Hello guys, welcome back to another video in our channel. Welcome to our video today as we preview Chelsea's game against Manchester United. Chelsea lost 2-0 away at Newcastle, and that has put a lot of pressure on Chelsea, especially in winning the last two games of the season, which will be very crucial, especially for Chelsea when it comes to having the Champions League and having a successful summer window. Now, this game is going to be very interesting. Mason Mount will be back at Stamford Bridge. And you know, these are the kind of games where players like Mason Mount score. You know, it's there. This is football, and we know how these things goes. So let me try to tactically analyze this game and preview this game. Now, one thing we need to understand about this game is that Chelsea versus Manchester United has been the most drawn match. However, this might actually present something like more of a banana skin in this game, because these are two teams that have really not gotten at each other a lot. Recently, Manchester United had the success. But looking at this table clearly, you can see Chelsea in the 5th position, Newcastle are in number 3, and Manchester City are above Chelsea. Chelsea will need these points, especially to hit 66 points and to try and push for that Champions League position. Now, one key element is the inclusion of Tyrique, because I think the 17-year-old will have to be used in this game, especially considering how Nicholas Jackson's exit as a result of the red card last season. Before we even start our analysis, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Now, Chelsea against Manchester United will start with how Maresca selects his lineup. We know last season Chelsea won 4-3 in a game where Chelsea lost control of the game, but this season Chelsea should try and control this game a lot. Now, in goal, Robert Sanchez is more likely to retain his position, and he will be very crucial, especially we know Manchester United have been deadly on set pieces somehow with Harry Maguire. But also another thing about Manchester United is that they can score, but they also concede a lot of goals, and this can be attributed to their midfield. But let's not underestimate Manchester United, as I say it again. In the fullback position, I'm still going to go with Caicedo and Marco Correa at fullbacks. I still think that gives us more stability with Caicedo coming in midfield and Cucurella starting quite deeper, as now Cucurella can be used to act as a cover. I think it's much better having Cucurella in that deeper position, or probably we can have Reece James and put Caicedo in midfield. Still a win-win. In midfield, I'm going to go, and centre back I'm going to go with Trevor Chalobah and Levi Colwill. There have been Chelsea's good centre backs recently, and when you look at the Newcastle game, probably Chalobah. I've always said that I have no issues if Chelsea go for a centre back in the summer. They are good centre backs, but they are not that centre back where I can be very comfortable with in the game. In midfield, I'm going to go with Lavia and Fernandes, and Fernandes can join the attack while Lavia starts deeper, and alternatively Chelsea can also decide to start Reece James as a right back and then have Caicedo and Lavia in midfield, then push Enzo Fernandez in that number 10 and Palmer as a false 9. Who knows, that can also work for Chelsea, but that will take the attacking threat from Chelsea. In attack, I'm going to go with Noni, Palmer and Neto down the right, Palmer at attacking midfield, Noni at left wing. Seems like Noni is working well in that left wing position. He was subbed earlier on against Newcastle after Chelsea went a goal down, and why not? This is actually, we have to rely on them. They're the ones who can generate us the goal. And up front, I think it's now time to give debut to Tyrique. He scored us the equalizer against Fulham that brought us back into, we wouldn't have been in this position without the 3 points from Fulham. So let's give him, maybe he has that thing that he can, maybe he has that luck to actually give us the win, maybe. Now, the Chelsea-Manchester United game heavily depends on tactics and Maresca getting his tactics right, because It's going to be a tactical game, and let nobody lie to you that Manchester United's form will count in this game. These are the games where you find teams like Manchester United turn up, so do not look down on Manchester United, respect them. Now, I've gone with a 4-2-3-1 lineup. I have said I have no issues if Reece James starts, and then maybe Tyrique George does not start, and then we have probably Palmer down the right and Neto up front, and then we have Lavia and Caicedo and Enzo in the team. I wouldn't have that problem because, again, you are picking experienced players to start, which to me, I have no issues with it. Now, this will be matched by Manchester United, who have predominantly used a back five. And this back five, it has also been Manchester United's Achilles heel because a lot of teams have gotten to them when they played in this structure. And so if Manchester United decide to press aggressively high using their front three to press Chelsea's goalkeeper and two centre backs, and trying to use their wing backs to cover Chelsea's fullbacks, Chelsea might decide to use a back two during build up, and a back two can be achieved by Chelsea looking to shuffle their midfielders, because in this situation Chelsea already outnumber Manchester United in midfield, but they can look to try and play through Manchester United midfield. Manchester United midfield has been their weakness this season, and if you are very good, you can be able to play through them. Now, one way Chelsea can do this is by having Robert Sanchez shifting into right centre back role, with Chalobah pushing into that pseudo right back, and Caicedo moving in that midfield region. Now, when Caicedo moves in that midfield region, then now Chelsea have that box midfield that can make it difficult for Manchester United. Alternatively, Chelsea can just decide to go direct for the runs of Neto and Nori Madueke, who are fast, and this might really open up spaces for Chelsea to try and get at Manchester United, especially by having balls over the line. In possession, because Manchester United will be looking to defend with a 5-4-1, Chelsea can decide to push Cucurella forward and have that back four protecting them. In this case, with Lavia and Caicedo at the base and the two centre backs in behind. And the main aim for Chelsea is to try and overload Manchester United's wing back on each side, as well as overload their backline so that they're able to outnumber them and then look to get at them. It's very good to isolate those wing backs in a 2v1 situation, especially when you're facing a back five kind of system. In this case, Chelsea should position themselves in areas where they're able to have cutbacks and crosses. And in particular, I've said in this game, Chelsea need to attempt a lot of shots on target. Those two Manchester United goalkeepers are suspect. Both of them, Onana and the goalkeeper who is being used in the Premier League. Without the ball, Chelsea should again apply pressure on Manchester United. You'll be at home. You have the crowd behind you. Make it difficult for Manchester United. Get stuck in, cover all the nearby passing options, push a lot of players to press and have a strong man marking system. Without the ball, settle in a 4-4-2 that adjusts while pressing Manchester United's defenders. Ensure a player like Lavia is on Bruno Fernandes throughout, and also Caicedo is on Mason Mount throughout, so that you will not find yourself in that tricky position by allowing these players problems. Without the ball, Neto can drop deep to try and even up the numbers in the backline and try to give Chelsea that numerical advantage. And the Chelsea's 4-3 should be ready to spring out in a counter-attack. Now, this game will be a very huge challenge to Tyrique George, but in my opinion, he performed well in the Conference League. And so far, he has been used in that position. He's been more clinical than even Nicholas Jackson in that position. So, on my opinion, I don't really care how it goes. I just want the win. We just need the 3 points. We need the 3 points. We need the 3 points. Sancho will be unavailable for this game. And so Chelsea really need to not concede a goal, and they really need to control the game. They really need to win the final game of the season. And this game is at home. One thing I have to credit Chelsea is their strength at home, something that has put Chelsea in a very good position recently. So we really need that strength again. When it comes to the score prediction, I went for a 3-1 in my live stream. Please check it out. So I'm still going to go with a 3-1. It's going to be a tough game. Let nobody lie to you. And please, Chelsea, just get the 3 points. Do you agree with my analysis? Leave your comments in the comment section area below. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye.